So Hare Krishna Mataji, so again welcoming all of you. So today's verse is 13.26 from Bhagavad Gita. So let us see what we can learn and understand and try to put into practice from this wonderful verse from Bhagavad Gita. See, bhakti is the easiest and the best path to understand, right? And this verse, this 13.26 Bhagavad Gita verse, it talks about those people who are, although not conversant with spiritual knowledge, okay, they don't know much, but still they begin to worship the Supreme Person. How? Upon hearing about Him from others. Why? Because of their tendency to hear. They have this. So they also transcend the path of birth and death by this. So hearing with faith from authorities has great potency. It's a very important point to understand. Hearing with faith from authorities. Parampara, it has got a very great potency. Moreover, this verse especially applies to modern society. You can see in the purport actually, these beautiful statements Prabhupada has given. Because in modern society, there is practically no education spiritual matters, correct? See, some people appear as atheistic or philosophical, but actually they have no knowledge of philosophy. See, any common man, Prabhupada says, with regard to qualifications, see, any common man, so for example, if he is a good soul, then he has a chance of advancing by hearing. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always stresses Shravanam, hearing as important process. So he says simply hear from authority and especially hearing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also recommends as per Bhagavatam 10:14:3 that there is no need to change your position. Sthane sthita, wherever you are. Only give up the endeavor to know the absolute truth by speculative reasonings. Don't be speculative. And learn to become servant of those who are in knowledge of the Supreme Lord. So by hearing, what is the benediction? If one takes advantage of hearing from realized souls, he gradually understands everything. Automatically leads to the worship of the Supreme Lord Krishna. So Prabhupada says in that purport, no? He gives an advice, say, by good fortune, take shelter of a pure devotee. Hear from him, follow his footsteps. So then, naturally, gradual elevation to pure devotion will take place. See, generally, people do not know what is the value of spiritual knowledge. And Prabhupada always says, no, Muda. They have been called as Muda, Dushkritina, right? Means always engaged in sinful activities, Dushkritina. See, if you do not have Krishna consciousness, okay, then what happens? You're eating, you're sleeping or walking, whatever you are doing, it is all sinful. So unless you come to Krishna consciousness, whatever you are acting in your daily life, it is sinful. Padam padam yad vipadam. 10:14:58 Bhagavatam says. So this world is so made that in every step you are creating some dangerous position. Padam padam yad vipadam. So this mental world is like that. Bhagavad Gita 2.20 says, Na hanyam hanyata hanyamane sharire. See, you are not dead simply by annihilation of the body. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. And he says, Nitya shashvato ayam. See, you are Nitya shashvata. Na jayate na mriyate, right? You have no birth, no death, actually. See, the birth and death is simply a changing of body. See, just like we have changed so many bodies in this lifetime itself, right? I was a child, but the child body is no longer to be seen now. That does not mean I am dead. I had my body of a child, and that body is now finished, and there is no such body now. For example, you can see in your own photograph, childhood body, right? But where is that body now? Right? That body is gone. But you are living. Body is gone. The childhood body is gone, but you are still living. So very easy to understand. So Krishna says, Na hanyate hanyamane shariri. The body being lost, the person is not lost. The person is living. So similarly, when this body, for example, when this old body, when it will not be workable, the machine will not act, right? So I or you, every one of us will have to change. Suppose you're going in a car. The car stops. It doesn't start. So you take another car and continue your journey. The car stops to work does not mean that the man who is in the car, he also stops. No, he continues. So it is said in the Bhagavad Gita, Na hanyate hanyamane sharire, 2.20 Bhagavad Gita. Your work is not stopped. You are transferred to another body. So this verse, 13.26 Bhagavad Gita, which we are discussing today, is a very nice verse about hearing, Shravanam. In the purport, Prabhupada says, some of the people may appear to be atheistic or agnostic or philosophical, but actually there is no knowledge of philosophy. As for the common man, if he is a good soul, then there is a chance for advancement by hearing. And this hearing process is very important. And Prabhupada again mentions good soul means God's soul. Good soul means God's soul. So hearing is very important. There's a very beautiful verse in Bhagavatam 177. Yasyam Vaishruyamānāyām Krishne Paramapurushe Bhaktir Utpadyate Pumsaha Shokamoha Bhayapaha. Simply by giving oral reception to this Vedic literature, the feeling for loving devotional service to Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, sprouts up at once to extinguish the fire of lamentation, illusion and fearfulness. See, Yasyam means those people. See, Prabhupada says in this verse, even a common man, if he is a good soul, then you'll definitely come to this hearing stage. So Prabhupada's sentences are always perfect. Srimad Bhagavatam also says, Yasyam vai shruyamānāyām. If you hear, why? That means certainly. With the 2 ears we hear so much scratch, right? But here Sutta Goswami is recommending Krishne Parama Purushe, that you hear about Krishna. Because he is Parama Purusha, transcendental Lord. And if you hear about Krishna, what is the result? If you go to the third line, it says Bhaktir Utpadyate Pumsam. Then bhakti starts in our life. Then you are attracted to Krishna. So as soon as you are attracted to Krishna, then bhakti starts. See, as soon as the devotional service is there, then you come to the temple, or come to the center, or come to anybody's house who is having programs. There, then you perform arati, attend arati, speak about the Lord, right? Serve the devotees, eat prasadam. This is all bhakti. And particularly, bhakti is very nicely translated as devotional service. So the point is, we should come to the temple or a center or even the program in a house and do some service. Very important. So you should ask the person in charge for service. And as soon as you help him in devotional service, then the result is Bhaktir Utpadyate Pumsam. As soon as you have devotional service, the 3 things vanish from your life. Shoka, Moha, Bhaya. Right? Lamentation, illusion and fear. Shoka or lamentation, it goes away. And you don't lament for anything. You are very happy. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Na Shochati Na Kankshati. Bhagavad Gita says, right? No lamentation at all. You don't even think about it. And see, Sama Sarveshu Bhuteshu, we have heard, right? All living entities are the same for us. Mad Bhaktir Labhate Param. This is what we get as a result of devotional service. Those who run after Krishna, they are called Brahma Bhuta. As soon as we run after Krishna, we are very, very happy. But my Guru Maharaj in one of the lectures says, but we want to be Patni Bhut and become miserable. Bhagavad Gita says, become Brahma Bhut. But you become Patni Bhut, Rice Bhut, Kichiri Bhut. We are all bhutas. And if there is no other kind of bhoot, then we become only bhoot, ghosts. So you have to be, actually you have to be a Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, na shochati na kankshati. See, we don't think about anything, we don't desire anything as devotees. Na shochati na kankshati. That is how our living in it becomes. That is why there is no lamentation. And if there is no lamentation, there is no illusion. Because you know that we have to leave this planet. This is not our permanent home. We know very well, we realize that we are here, maybe for some time, right? So somehow or the other we have to organize our life, our maintenance, etc. And minimum time we should utilize in those activities, and maximum time should be spared to know about Krishna. See, this is not only our philosophy, but the practical point, right? Practical formula to become happy. If you don't do that, if you don't, you will always be unhappy. You will be sick. See, sickness will not be there till you are with Krishna. Because Krishna is never sick. We have not heard about that Krishna is suffering from this disease or no. Because his body is completely spiritual. And as soon as you run after the spiritual Lord, Krishna, your body also doesn't remain material. It is only material when you are not attracted to Krishna. Till that time it is material. And as soon as you come for the programs, you are very happy to see the devotees, right? They are smiling, they give you prasadam. So all these things are spiritual. And because all these things are spiritual, you are again and again attracted to this. In the temple program or center program and house programs. See, there is nothing really new, correct? It is the same wall, same bricks, same everything. In the temple or center, wherever. But Krishna is here. That is the difference. That is why we are all attracted to the various programs. It is the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and all the devotees conducting these programs. So come to devotional service and it will only sprout if you hear properly. See, mere hearing is not enough. You have to think about it again and again. And what you have heard, again and again you have to try to put it into practice. And that is realization. So when you put it into practice, what will happen? Your life becomes completely sublime and you become very happy. See, each person can relate among ourselves, no? Before coming to Krishna consciousness now, so many years in Krishna consciousness. So how we have changed ourselves. Of course, difficulties might be there, but we have overcome those challenges. So Prabhupada says in the purport of 13.26, Lord Chaitanya, who preached Krishna consciousness in the modern world, gave great stress to hearing. Because if the common man simply hears from authoritative sources, he can progress. And especially according to like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially if he hears translate vibration of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, he can progress. So next time, in one of the classes, my Guru Maharaj was talking about this verse only. He said, next time when we come, you must know 100 verses. You are not doing anything else, right? You are telling to the... So one devotee said, Maharaj, no memory is very... I can't memorize. So Maharaj said, what do you mean by no memory? You don't forget your name. Then where is no memory? If there is no memory, then you should forget your name. Isn't it? You don't forget your wife's name. Why? You have got memory. No memory is not an excuse for not studying the verses. You are not trying. He was very harsh. He was very powerful, strong Maharaj. No? He said, you are not trying. Why do you remember your name or wife's name? Because it is repeated so many times. And you like yourself. That is why you remember your name. You like your wife. That is why you remember her name. You don't forget the names of your son, daughter, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, whatever it is. We don't forget them. Why? Because we like them. And so many times we keep repeating them. So, repetition is required for the verses. It is not that you don't have memory. Repetition is required. Every time, continuously repeat the verses, slokas again and again and again. See, it is very nicely, there's a research in America. They say that we have so much intelligence, but we only use 10% of it during our whole lifetime. The remaining 90% we are surrendering at the time of death. You cannot say 90% intelligence I will use in the next life. No, it cannot be put in the go down, right? So we have to utilize our intelligence, and the vibration is very important. That's why Bhagavatam 2:8-4, beautiful verse. Shranvata Shraddaya Nityam Granatascha Swacheshtitam Kalena Nati Dhirghena Bhagavan Vishate Hridi. Persons who hear Srimad Bhagavatam regularly, please understand this. Persons who hear Srimad Bhagavatam regularly, we say Nityam Bhagavata Sevya, and are always taking the matter very seriously. Persons who are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam regularly and are always taking the matter very seriously will have the personality of God Sri Krishna manifested in their hearts within a short time. Kalen na ati dhirgena. Very, very shortly will appear. That's why Maharaj Parishit personally recommends that one hears Srimad Bhagavatam regularly, Nityam, always by one's own effort and with serious devotion also. That will help one to see the Lord Sri Krishna manifest in one's heart within no time. So Maharaj Parishit heard and benefited by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. 7 days and 7 nights. See, there are a few verses in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and also in Srimad Bhagavatam also, very nice, which we should recite to glorify Krishna. See, it is in 10th chapter, verse number 12. Param Dhama Parim, right? In 2 lines, 10 characteristics of Krishna are glorified. In the whole of the planet, Maharaj says, in the whole of the planet, there is no other literature in which, in 2 lines, they have given 10 qualities of Supreme Lord Krishna. So, in the first line, there are 4 qualities. Param Brahma, Param Dham, Pavitram, right? Param Brahma, Supreme Absolute Truth. Krishna is the Supreme. He is Adi, the beginning of everything. But he is Anadi. There is no beginning for him. That is originality. Original means that person who doesn't have any beginning. Not only that, he is original. His existence is eternally situated in knowledge and bliss. This is Krishna's quality. Now, because he is eternally knowledgeable, he is eternally there and he is blissful. That is why he is regarded as the supreme absolute truth. See, truth always exists, right? And that is truth. The thing which has beginning and end does not exist always. So it is not truth. Truth is the quality of Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, seed verse 2:9-33, Krishna says, Aham evasam evagre. Before this creation I was there. Aham, I, eva, certainly, asam, I was, agre, was there. Nanya yadsat asat param. There was nothing else apart from me before the creation. And he says, Paschadaham yadetacha. Paschat. After annihilation of this mental manifestation, again I will be there. Yo vashishyeta sosmeham. After annihilation of the mental manifestation, which is very vast, I will be again there. So this is the meaning of supreme absolute truth. So this quality could be very nicely elaborated by everyone, right? We have to have a serious study of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. And Maharaj always says, this is how please make best use of the human existence. And he was giving very good advice, how to read Bhagavatam, how to study Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. He said, if you don't carry out this research, if you don't carry out these things very seriously, if you don't do these things, of reading Bhagavad Gita, studying Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, then what will happen? You will have plenty of time and plenty of money, and that will create sickness. The more seriously you are engaged in Krishna consciousness research, you will have less sickness. Sickness is because we have plenty of time. Because if you are sick, you must have time to enjoy your sickness. We have headache, okay. Then you must have time. Oh, there is headache, there is headache, there is headache. If you have the breathing difficulty, then you must have time to have breathing difficulty. So don't give yourself time. then you don't have a breathing difficulty, you don't have anything, headache or no. So this is the secret of healthy life. So the supreme absolute truth, it thoroughly cleanses our body, provided we are engaged in Krishna's, in his service. If you are not engaged, then what can Krishna do? That is why Krishna says, I am the supreme. If you want to make any endeavor to understand me, then you have to always run after me. Satatam kirtayanto mam. This is supreme absolute truth. And each quality we can elaborate, right? So all the time, see, he gave a very homework like, no, in that class. He said, you can write 10 essays, nice essays. Make a nice booklet for Krishna from those 10 qualities in that verse. 10.12 in Bhagavad Gita. So he said, for our own good, for our own health, for our own well-being, we require Krishna. See, Krishna doesn't want anybody. He is all right. If you don't come to Krishna, he is happy without you also. But we cannot survive without Krishna. We want him. So this point must be understood. See, our Sharir is already under the control of the 6 transformations, right? So this Sharir will never work all right. Unless we seriously take up Krishna consciousness. No other way. Krishnam vinaka gatihi. See, more advanced the country, more machines are there. Breathing machine, so many other machines. And we have to put our nose into the machine. Instead of that, our nose must be inside Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. This is a very good machine, right? Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. And this will give us very soothing life. So this is our experience, right? Getting up early for Mangalati, chanting Hare Krishna mantra, right? Associating with devotees, reciting shlokas, having prasadam. It is an eternal experience. So we have to come to this transcendence. This is very, very important. Otherwise, life is temporary. So this is the only chance as a human form, in the human form, we can go back and back to God by taking up all these things, reading, reciting Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam very seriously. Granthra Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai Shri Prabhupada Gita. Vancha kalpatarupish kripa sindubhaya vacha patitanam pavane Vishnu. Thank you very much, Mataji, for this opportunity to glorify the Lord and purify ourselves. If you have any questions or anything, points you felt useful for you, please share. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. The shloka number that you told from Bhagavad Gita 10, which talks on all about the qualities of Krishna, 10.8,
10.12,
Prabhuji.
10. After the seed verses, no? 10.8, 9,
Okay.
10, 11.
Uh-huh.
12th verse. Param Brahma
Thank
Param
you.
Dhamat Pavitram Paramava.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Pranams.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you very
Hare
much.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.